John Lyons School, centre number 12760. We are going to be performing a devised performance called Censored. My name is Samad Mandari and my candidate number is 2142. I'm the lighting designer of this production.
My name is Daniel Hope. My candidate number is 2357, and I'll be playing the role of Jordan and various other roles.
My name is Basim Khwaja, candidate number 2472, and I play the roles of Iqbal Muhammad, God One, and various other minor roles.
My name's Aditya Pandey. My candidate number is 2642. I will be playing the roles of Suraj Muhammad and various other roles.
My name is Govin Sana. My candidate number is 2822. I will be playing the roles of Zain Muhammad, God 2, and various other minor roles.
My name is Marcus Tai, candidate number 2902, and I'll be playing the roles of Niall and various other roles.
All blanks must be out of sight by 6 p.m.
All blanks must be out of sight by 6 p.m.
All blanks must be out of sight by 6 p.m.
Psst. Over here.
What do we do?
We need to get out of here. We must get out of here. Let's go. That way.
Equality will not prevail. 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 Equality will not prevail.
No! No! All blanks. All blanks. You okay?
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
This just in from our head of state. The current curfew for all blanks has been strengthened. They now must remain in their homes and are permitted to exit into their back gardens until 5 p.m. Reports telling us this is following a breakout in the West Shopping Centre after a group of 3 blanks attacked a common who has now been admitted into hospital in a critical condition. Eyewitness reports have told us that 1 blank was shot on sight while 2 others detained. Our head of state, Iqbal Muhammad, has told us that this is not the first attack and will not be the last, and this is to be considered as a final warning. He concluded by telling us this curfew was simply a means of maintaining peace and harmony. Thank you.
There was once a beautiful city, which was known across the land for its productiveness, and everything was great about this city. There was just one problem: fear.
Fear. Fear came to the people of the city like a disease. Fear of the rats in the sewers. One day, a group of men became so afraid of these rats that they developed weapons and techniques to get rid of them. And soon enough, these men were promoted to the highest offices in the land. But these men then began to fear cats.
And slowly the cats started disappearing. And then these men started becoming afraid of dogs. And slowly the dogs started becoming displaced. And eventually, these men became afraid of people.
Posters started to appear. telling people what to think and what to believe. And as they did, people began to slowly disappear. And everyone in this great and progressive city talked the same, walked the same, thought the same,
And were all the same.
2030, blacks and whites are dubbed blanks by the common majority.
2043, strongest ever curfew implemented in the state.
2045, 53% of blanks were detained in an offshore incarceration centre.
2046. The resistance is formed and has fought within the law.
2048, the black population is currently at 5%.
On this morning, on the 16th of February, 2049, the day of my 76th birthday, I am delighted to announce that this state is the closest it has ever been with a common population of 96%. The 4% shall not remain. The 4% shall not remain and hopefully drop to their 10s, if not, none at all. To help the decrease of the black population, all blacks speaking against the state shall be detained immediately. The purging of this state shall be completed. I promise you this.
Come on.
You see, I don't go try to find blacks to detain. You just make it easy for me. Are you aware of the laws regarding antisocial behavior?
Any blank seen to be committing antisocial behavior can and will be detained. I've heard it enough times.
Yet you litter our streets with your sheets of paper, and you pollute this very neighborhood with your shouting and protesting, in hopes of achieving what? Equality. Raising awareness. A child could see your attempts are in vain. The purging of this society will be completed, and both your mind and kind shall be grateful for it.
Say this city has 10 million souls. Some are living in mansions, some are living in holes. Yet there's no place for us, my friend. There's no place for us. Once we had a country,
and we thought it fair. Look in the atlas, and you'll find it there.
we cannot go there now, my friend. We cannot go there. Saw a poodle in a jacket, fastened with a pin.
Saw a door opened, and a cat let in.
But they were not blanks, my friend. They were not blanks. Dreamed I saw a building with 1,000 floors, 1,000 windows,
And 1,000 doors.
but not one of them was ours, my friend. Not one of them was ours.
Hey you! What do you think you're doing? I said, what do you think you're doing? Answer me! Do you believe it? God.
Before we begin our little talk, I'd just like to tell you, I've been in this room many times before, and you're not the first black I've interrogated, and nor will you be the last. Horrible word, that. Interrogation. Makes me sound like some sort of villain. Do you see me as a villain?
That would be an understatement, you
Of
bastard!
course as much. You must understand that what my men and I, what we do, what we work for, what we strive to attain is not just a society that hates you and your kind. It has a deeper meaning, a higher purpose. You probably think that what we do is wrong. I assure you, it's not. It's not bad. Look back at the dictators of the past. I assume Hitler would come to mind. The Nazis, the Holocaust, the epitome of racial inequality. You may not be able to see the difference between what we do and what they did, but they had a selfish purpose, a selfish aim. We commons only wish for this world we live in to be purged, to be cleansed, purified, if you will, of crime and evil and suffering. Here's me, starting on and on, and I need information. You formed together a naughty little band of miscreants, haven't you? And you're going to tell me everything you know, aren't you?
How could God exist in a place of such despair?
Blasphemy! The audacity! We know you're a part of the resistance. Good. I enjoy a challenge.
Ah!
We know you're a part of the resistance. It's only a matter of time before you loosen those smart-ass limbs.
Ah!
There is a resistance, yes? Yes, and you are a member, aren't you?
Yes.
We've also captured a friend of yours. He's also being interrogated. In the next room, in fact. Look, I know you don't want this to happen, nor do I. But just as soon as you tell us everything we know, it can all be over. Just like that. I promise you this. Not as a black, not as a common, but as a fellow human being. Just tell me who your influential members are. What your short-term and long-term plans are. How many you've killed. How many you intend to kill. What's your ultimate aim?
You seem much less confident now. What's the matter?
I've had better days.
I would imagine so. You're in a bad wavelength. Seems like you could use a hand. What's the matter? Do you like my joke? Can't appreciate some quality humor.
What do you want to know? The other black you captured knows nothing. He has no rank. You can't stop us! We're based in the West Block, 16th quadrant. That's what I know. I swear!
Quite interesting, aren't you? You claim to know nothing. Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm but a closed machine that is the resistance.
I may not have been speaking to you, but I was still speaking, wasn't I? It's very rude to interrupt, impertinent to say the least.
I didn't mean it like that. I swear.
Have you ever lied before? You know, you seem to, I don't know, lack experience. You must have lied. Perhaps when you were younger. Maybe even about stealing the last cookie. Did you like cookies as a child? No, you see me, I had an uncontrollable sweet tooth. I would devour anything from honey to sherbet lollipops. It's a nasty addiction. Sugar. Rots your teeth. Lathers you in acne. But you don't seem to have suffered any acne problems yourself. Unless you found a solution that you didn't tell me about.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
it's quite selfish, really, isn't it? To have knowledge over something and then withhold that knowledge. You would think that everyone has a right to something like that.
I'm sorry.
No, but you just took it upon yourself. Like any other blank, you hid it. You told no one. I don't like it when things are hidden from me. Do you?
No.
No?
Yes.
So, do you crave knowledge? You're a hypocrite. Say it.
No.
No, say. I'm a hypocrite. You are, aren't you?
No.
No?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
So are you saying that you're not a hypocrite, I'm lying? Or am I telling the truth and you are a hypocrite? Which one is it? Please tell me, I want to know.
Oh.
First, they came for the homeless.
And I did not speak out.
Because I was not homeless.
Then they came for the unemployed.
I did not speak out.
Because I was not unemployed.
Then they came for the poor.
I did not speak out.
Because I was not poor. And then they came for me. And there was no one left to speak out for me. No!
2050, the black population has succumbed to a mere 2%.
2052. Iqbal Muhammad is near death and blank persecutions reduced while he is unwell.
2053, the head of state dies, and his son, Zayn, succeeds him to rule with racism.
2056, the black population has fallen to a mere 1%, and Zayn Mohammed has ordered a censorship of the state's past.
2058, history of black discrimination has almost disappeared from society entirely.
Dad? Where did you say you kept it again?
They're in the loft. Just have a look around.
Thanks. It's got to be here somewhere. What's this? This journal belongs to Iqbal Muhammad. His granddad's. His full life's recorded in here. It's like reading another history book. It's the closest thing I ever will get to a history book that's God-forsaken place. "30th September. I walked along the streets. It's time I saw what these blanks truly were like, what they truly strived to accomplish, what they truly wanted to do. I wanted to see why I was criticizing them. My son Zayn escorted me for protection, which I didn't require. I had misplaced my wallet, and I hadn't noticed. Then a fair blank came and picked it up for me. How noble. Then my own son, my own flesh and blood, just started to abuse him.
Sir!
Drop it!
I wasn't
Did
stealing.
you hear me? Do you actually think I'm that stupid? Show me your pass. Leaving blank, he doesn't even have his pass. Funny. Can you please take him away?
I haven't done nothing. But I was merely trying to pass you your wallet, sir. Please!
I looked out at this monstrosity, and what better did I know? That I had been looking through the lens of guilt and affliction, seeing life amiss and askew through my common eyes. My son's fatal flaws and despicable actions lay siege in my common heart and burnt in my eyes. What my son did was unforgivable. I'm ashamed to even be associated to him anymore. It had come to the point where the blanks hoped to be lepers. It was too late to extinguish the fire I had started. I had done many things in my life, some good, some bad. Some were considered noble and just, some weren't. But I still will, and I always shall regret not thanking that blank for his good deed and just apologizing to him, to what harm I may have caused to his family, his people, himself. What? The rest of this journal is empty. So this is the story of Iqbal Muhammad. This doesn't answer my question. This has left me with more questions. What's a blank? What's a common? Why did Grandad even create such inequality? No, such despair in the first place? There's only one man that can answer to this. Dad. Dad.
Sir? You wish to ask me something?
Yeah, I do. I found something upstairs, Dad. I think it was Grandad's. He left behind some sort of journal. I don't understand. I think he wrote it before he was head of state.
Go on, what did you find?
Actually, Dad, what I found isn't completely relevant. I know about the blanks, Dad, and the inequality.
You say inequality. Why consider it inequality?
Because it was. Surely you should know the disregard for their well-being was blindingly obvious. Even
Watch how you speak of your grandfather. Do not throw around such accusations with the childish ignorance you are displaying. He was a well-respected man who fought strongly for the quality of the state we live in today. Doesn't deserve to be flouted by his own grandson.
I have proof, Dad! Dad, I can show you that he began to see the error in his ways. He found out, he truly saw that his work was plagued with evil, plagued with misconception. Dad, you have to believe me.
Sir, you may do my son, but you're near enough a man to be arrested. The state police, they detain you for such treason. Your own mother began to act as your actual...
Shut up! Don't speak about Mom like that. This is fucking ridiculous, Dad. Yours and Granddad's work achieved nothing. Nothing except a mindless creation of people who only know fractions and snippets of their state's past. Don't you think they deserve to know better, Dad? Don't you think I deserve to know better?
Why choose not to listen? Why choose not to understand? It's like you think that just because we have the same blood coursing through our veins means I'm afraid to take action against you. Do as you please, but be prepared to suffer the consequences. You think that all this family has worked for through the generations, the hours of hard work and dedication, all of that, you think all of that can be tarnished by the voice of one 17-year-old boy? Your actions, they count for nothing. You're but a droplet of water in a vast ocean.
What's an ocean? But just a law of multitude, droplets. Never understands me. None of my friends are going to believe this bullshit. Even my own father. My own father refuses to give me support. Doesn't help me. In fact, he just is my enemy. I am no one. Wish Mom was here right now. I don't know what to do. Just lost.
You must fight against this inequality.
Your father just told you not to. Don't be a fool.
You must uncover your family's lies, your family's mistakes. You must uncover what has happened to these forgotten people.
So you go against everything your father just said. Could you really afford to ruin the reputation of your own flesh and blood?
What does family matter when hundreds, thousands, millions of people have died? They aren't too different from you. They're very similar. The only difference is the colour of their skin, and they're discriminated against because of it. Where's the humanity in that?
Once you let them share the same rights as us, they will believe that they are better than us, but they are truly not. And they will start to treat us as the peasants they once were.
Look, they truly are not too different from you. Do not make a mistake you'll regret.
I know what I must do. Stand here today to reveal the secrets of our society. The truth has been hidden for far too long.